Hey everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the Mini Sky Phantom. This is made by Happy Cow. It's a tiny little indoor, maybe outdoor, quadcopter that you can fly around for fun. I thought it looked really interesting, so I thought we'd check it out, so stay tuned. So the Mini Sky Phantom is a tiny little toy drone, and what's interesting about it is the drone itself is completely encased in a square box. It's pretty small, and it would be very easy to carry with you because it would be something you could easily throw into a bag, backpack, or whatever. There it is right there. And it's interesting because I actually, when I first started, was flying it like this, thinking this was the bottom. It actually goes like this. So right now the quad is in there upside down. This is the top, and this is your throttle and yaw, and this is your pitch and roll. So don't make that mistake, because I tried to fly it the other way and it didn't go very well. It has a little tiny charger that charges the quad, and then the actual remote control takes some AAA batteries. I think 4 AAA batteries, which are already in there. Now this little part of the case opens up like that, and then the quad comes out, and this becomes your remote control, and this is all one unit. It's kind of like a little Game Boy looking kind of thing. The quad has, as I said, it's got fans or propellers, but it looks like a box fan, and it's pretty solid. I mean, it looks like something that could bump into walls or whatever and not do any damage to them, but also not do any damage to itself. It's got LEDs all over it, and it has 3 flight rates. It has a high, medium, and low flight rate. It does have an on-off switch, which I always appreciate. It's not one of those kind you put a battery in and then it automatically comes on, but I don't think the battery is removable either. So you set it on the table, you flip the little on-off switch, which is on the back. You can see the lights come on, and then you turn on the remote right here on the back. And as I said, the remote, you got to make sure you get it the right way. The top is the controller, and then where the quad goes is the bottom of the remote, not the other way around. So turn on the remote, it'll blink for a second, and then you push the throttle all the way up and all the way down, and that pairs it. And once it's paired, you can take off. As I said, it's got 3 flight rates. It's got a low, medium, and high. And the way you change the flight rates is the top left button. You get 2 beeps for medium rate and 3 beeps for high rate. There actually isn't that much difference between them. Between 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, but there is a difference between 1 and 3. So, you know, if you're going to fly outdoors, you probably want to be in 3 because it's going to be able to hold the wind just a little bit better, hold against the wind. But it does flips, and I flipped it earlier, and it was pretty crisp. So I'm going to try it right here at the table and see how it does. See if I can get it in the camera's range. Woo! And yeah, I don't know if that actually was on camera or not, but it's like it gives it a little extra boost, and then it goes up in the air. It's like a little, does have some trim buttons on it. Does have some trim buttons here, so I'm assuming these are the trim buttons for the roll, and it was kind of pushing to the right a little bit and forward, so I'm going to see if I can actually trim it a little bit and see if it'll hold a little better. Still wanting to go right and forward, so. That's a little better. All right, I'm taking it in the living room where I have a little bit more room and fly it around in there. Okay, as with all small quads, you're going to want to make sure it's on a level surface, or you're holding it level when you turn it on, because if you're not, it will calibrate incorrectly and it won't fly properly. Okay, it's bound, and let's take it up and fly it around. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in rate 3. do a couple flips. And it'll flip whichever direction you push the stick. So basically when you flip it, you push the stick, you push the flip button and quickly push the stick which direction you want it to flip, so it'll go flip that direction. Now the lights are blinking, that means the batteries must be getting low. Just try flying forward and kind of doing some little circles. And it seems like once you get to the point where the battery is low and the warning lights are blinking, it won't flip anymore. Which maybe flips are just a big battery drain. The little Sky Phantom is pretty cool for indoor flight. It, it's definitely something where if you ran into something, you're not going to hurt anything because of this case. It's also nice because it does have a bright LED in the front, which if you're flying line of sight, it's always nice to have a way to orient, and that bright LED in the front is going to help you orient, as well as red in the front and green in the back, which are pretty bright. It's bright enough in here so I can see these things pretty well. The battery life is pretty short. I feel like I got about maybe 6 minutes of flight time out of all that. I didn't leave all of it in just because that would have been boring, but it charges pretty quickly too. It's a nice little quad for someone who's just wanting to learn, and it's really nice because it has this case that is completely encased. So if I were to put it into this case, you see that's pretty nice because that can just flip into a backpack or purse or whatever. You can take it with you. It's the little sticks are very video game feeling. They're a lot lower profile than a normal remote control stick, so they're going to be easier to carry, but they're also not quite as responsive. They take a little getting used to. You kind of have to put your thumbs on top of them and move them around from the top, but once you get used to it, as you can see, it's pretty easy to fly. I'll put a link in the description to the Sky Phantom from Happy Cow if you want to check it out and see what the pricing is. It's pretty cheap, and it again would be a lot of fun for kids or for flying indoors when the weather's not good. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber on Ready Set Drone. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.